Hi, everyone. Well, how are you doing in this unprecedented time of sheltering in place? If you look closely, well, don't. You'll see my gray roots. I did complain about having my bangs cut several weeks ago, and they are certainly growing in because nothing's getting cut. You don't want to see my toenails, and I have no fingernails. This is an exercise in scaling down. And I'm starting to think maybe there are some things I don't need to always do. It is easier to type without fingernails for sure. This word integrity, I wrestled with it a little bit because I thought, well, okay, yes, it's a good word. We all want to be people of integrity, but wrapping myself around the inspiration of it was just, and I don't think it was the word, I just think it was me. I wasn't having a great time wrapping myself around anything other than carbohydrates. And one of the things I've always sort of said is the cornerstone of this page and anything I say, it's got to be truthful. I'm not going to fake it with you, and I'm not going to pretend, because it doesn't ring true. But then when I thought about it further, it's like that's exactly what integrity is. It's being who you are authentically, being honest about your struggles, being clear about who you are, not putting on false fronts. Yes, it is doing what you say you're going to do, and it's being truthful and honest, which is the foundation of trust, but it's also being in unity with yourself, your body, soul, and spirit, being in alignment, being clear enough to say, I need some help. That's integrity. So I'm hanging my hat on that while I'm excitedly picking another word that I hope is something juicy that we can all rally around, as hopefully maybe in the next couple of weeks life returns a little bit to normal. I will tell you this, I had to venture out for an emergency doctor's appointment. I mean, I was hoping to leave the house for something fun, but I had this floater in my eye, and I have particularly thin membranes. I'm not saying the technical words all right, but I was told by my eye doctor years ago, don't mess with floaters because they can stick to your retina and then tear your retina, and you don't want to play with that. So here I had this floater that wouldn't go away for 3 days. It was like a spider in the corner of my right eye. And he's like, you need to get in here right now. So I went in there right now, and I ventured out into the world, and there was no traffic on the road, which was kind of nice. Everybody was in masks, so I didn't feel like the Lone Ranger wearing my own. And fortunately, he sent me to a specialist that day who determined that the floater would just peacefully coexist with me and not create problems in my eye. And when I got home, I thought, wow, that's the first time I've been out of the house in weeks since I drove by to wave at my mom through the window for Easter. And I was wondering when I'll feel normal again, going out and doing regular stuff. And I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. I sure as heck don't want to play around with this thing, and I don't want to prematurely return to normal and put myself or anyone else in danger, least of all my mom. So I am thinking of all of you at this time and praying that we all have the grace to stick it out, and then the grace to return as life unfolds to some semblance of normal. And so with that, I'm praying for a word for all of us. And it is, well, this is good, relaxation. Relaxation. I love it. Okay, so this is permission to not feel guilty for sitting on that chair or couch or reading a book. I just ordered a couple books from Amazon that are juicy and waiting on my counter there. And sometimes when there is downtime, Okay, I'll tell you, my across the way neighbors, they're always doing something. They are both at home, not working during this time, and I look across the street and they're hauling rocks and weeding and hoeing and lifting heavy things, and the wife too, not just the husband. I mean, she's hauling rocks around, and I actually yelled across the street, "Please, you're making me feel guilty. Can you just sort of cut it out and chill a little bit?" And then you realize you can't judge your own level of activity by anybody else's. You got to follow your own internal guidance system. And if that guidance system is saying, take a nap, well, then by gosh, do it. The trick is relaxing your mind and sometimes just breathing or listening to a sound that has no meaning at all, like the whir of the ceiling fan, will help you relax your mind. And this is a word of encouragement for all of us to just relax, settle in. It's going to be a little bit longer, but just relax through it. Don't stress through it, because really, did worry ever help any one of us or add one thing of value to our lives? No. So if it were in today's vernacular, the word would be chill, but I'll take relax, and I wish you all a very relaxing day. Say hi in the comments.